Hey guys, it's Maymay and it's time for part 3, our final part of this album. And you asked for photos and today you're getting them. We're going to put pictures in today as we work. So let's do the cover. Now I told you the reason I wanted to pause a little bit last time is I needed to kind of decide on my cover. So let me show you what I've come up with. I love the floral, but it's a little too busy for anything to really pop. So what I did was I got a series of different solids. So I've got this green, I call that a solid, you guys know me. I got this orange, and then I also cut this little strip that is mustard color. I just kind of like that. And I think I'm gonna play with some stickers. Let me show you. I really love the look of these pennants right here. And what I wanna do is put them onto this 1/4 of an inch piece, but I don't know how many I'm gonna need. So let me show you the whole layout, where we're going, so I can kind of get a measure for it. So this sticker that says fall, I think is absolutely gorgeous, and I want it to live right here. And I also saved this welcome sticker to go right beside it, so it could say welcome fall. So that's where that's gonna live. But what I need to do is get an idea, if it even matters. It may not matter. I may just wanna have pennants all underneath here. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I like all of them, so we're just gonna build it and it will come, right? We're gonna build it and see what happens. So what I'm gonna do is take these little pieces, these stickers, and I'm just gonna start placing them next to each other on here. Now I'm not putting any dimension on the front. You can add dimension, but I find that I don't like to. I don't want anything to get ripped off. So I do have one element I may add that will have a little dimension to it, but I think it would be fine. I think it'd be sturdy enough. But you'll see here, I'm not putting any foam or anything. I'm just putting these guys directly down and just eyeball lining them up next to each other. So I probably don't need more than that. I am gonna go to this one. I'm gonna add this green one and let it be the last one. And if we need to add more, we can. Now I'm gonna bring the album back over, and this piece is gonna live on the orange piece. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna kind of look, I might even let it hang over the green a little bit. I think that'll be cute, just a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is add some glue. Now I did not mention this, but these strips are 8 1/4 long, all these strips here. And I just eyeballed the width. I really don't have a measurement on the width. I just kind of went this layers over that. The only one I really paid attention to was the orange. I wanted to make sure my sticker would fit. So you do want to kind of measure that one. All right, so let's just see. If we put this here, we just kind of line that up straight. I want to pick this piece up so I can really look at it. Get that pretty straight. We're gonna do it like that. I got a lot of glue on that end. That's okay. That's where the sticker is gonna live, down there. So that way they're hanging off a little bit, and that adds a little bit of interest in the back. And I may even add something else on top. Who knows? We'll just play and see. Now this piece, I'm gonna glue straight down to the green. Just centering it there. Let's kind of lift this up and look. I don't really have to center it. I could let it go a little to the top or to the bottom. It's up to you. If you wanted like a thinner line showing at a thinner line of green here, you could just move this up a little bit. I'm just gonna do it just like that. I'm gonna move the album out of the way for a few minutes while we finish assembling this guy. Let's go to our fall sticker. I love stickers. These are the stickiest ones too this time. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of place this and get a feel for where it's gonna live. Remember I told you that I just wanted my orange piece to be wider than this, so that's all I really paid attention to. And I like how that is layering over the pennants like that. I think that's really cute. Now let's bring the word welcome. Now this is a big sticker, and I don't feel like it's gonna lift off or anything. It's very, very stuck down. But this little guy's small, and he's gonna be going over some layers. I wanna make sure he stays, so I'm gonna add some glue to him just as a backup. And then I'm gonna turn this sideways so I can really get to it. That's why I like to build these before I put them on to the album, because I can really maneuver this to where it works best for me. So now that says welcome fall. Isn't that cute? I really like that. I don't really think it needs anything else down here. I don't want to get it too busy, if there is such a thing. And then I want this to live kind of down here. So I'm gonna glue it straight on. Now you may be wondering, you know, how I decide, because I told you I wanted some time to do some studying how to decide. I go to Pinterest, I go to Google, I go to different places, and I look up mini albums or even greeting cards. Because remember, you're just looking for layouts, okay? So you're just wanting to kind of mimic a layout. So where did this idea come from? I saw someone take a strip like this and add the little pennant pieces to it, and I ran with it. So this is different than what I saw. I just liked that inspiration that I have for that little orange strip behind. All right, I want to put something up here. Remember I had this strip left? I really like how this looks, and I kind of want this to live up here, but I can't decide how. I think I want Pumpkin Patch to be in the middle, so I'm just gonna kind of place that in the middle like this, and then I'm just gonna pencil mark where I need to cut it. So grab a pencil, and I'm just gonna put a mark here, and then a mark here, so I'll know exactly where I need to cut that, and we'll see how that lays out. I'm gonna glue this straight down across the top. I really think that's kind of cute. Then I'm gonna look at the stickers. I'm just gonna place these for a second. They may not stay there. I just really love pumpkins. And I like that this says Pumpkin Patch. I'm just gonna see how this would look if we just kind of add them something like this, just for a little interest, to break up some of the really, really straight pieces. It looks like I might even want to put this over here to offset this, and I might. Let's look at it a little bit more. Let's see. I was looking for other pumpkins, and I do have some more. So maybe if I put this one here, I'm going to take it up a little higher. And then this one down here. And look, I feel like there's more white here than on the other one, so I'm just going to trim it off. I feel like that one's really super close, so let's just trim. Don't be afraid to edit these things. It's your album. Do it any way you want it. So now this guy can live here, and you can see more of the orange pumpkin behind him. I think I'm just going to stick those. I do think I need to put some glue behind those. They're a little bit lifty right now because I'm able to lift those off pretty easy. So what I'm going to do is lift these guys up together and add glue. You'll know when you need to add glue. You'll know when you're getting a good solid adhesion and when you're not. Okay, that's the front. I'm calling that the front. Now we're going to work to the inside. I have pictures that my family took last year, and believe it or not, we did not take them in the fall. We took them in January. But our color palette was very fall. Look how well this goes with this album. Let me find a picture of it. Like, look at these colors. Aren't they perfect? So what I've done, these are our family photos from 2021. I'm going to use these in this album. And I'm not sure the layout yet. I'm going to kind of play a little bit, decide what photo goes where, and what we'll do with a little music is I'll just run through and glue my photos down. Then we'll go back through and we'll do the little stickers around the pictures. Breaking in here to ask you to hit that red subscribe button. It's free. Also hit the bell button beside it. You can help me reach my big goal this year of 400,000 subscribers. Okay, back to crafting. So I just want to tell you real quick, isn't this easy? Like if you give this as a gift, especially the way I place the stickers in this one, how I put stickers high and very low because of my small images I'm using this time. It's so easy just to run through and glue these down. You don't have to do anything. Like if I was the recipient and didn't know anything about this album, all these places you told me to put photos and the size, all I had to do was go print my photos to size and then place these down. Now this little flower, some of these hang over a little bit. And you remember I didn't press them down so I can lift them up. And if you're giving this as a gift, you might either want to let them know that or just don't let them touch the picture. But I do like them to come over just a little bit. But I want to show you this. This one hangs over a tiny bit. None of these hang over the photo and they still look just as good. All right, so there's that. There's that. I got to tell you, I love this picture of Emmy. It's not because she's crying. It's just because she's so adorable, even when she's crying. And this was just a really good shot of her. And Sam and I both talked about how much we loved it, so I wanted to put it in right there. Now, if you remember behind my little pullouts here, I have this spot. I want to put one there. I think I'll put this one because, actually, no, I tell you what, I'm going to put this one of all of the girls together. I was going to put the one of me and Vince because we already had one of me and Vince and Joe already in here, but this is the one I'm going to do. I think this will be cute back here. And you just tell your recipient, the person you're giving this to, right where they put their pictures, and look how easy it is. It just makes itself. Now for this photo, I'm gonna put it on the back of this little piece here that will pull out, and you'll be able to look at it as well. And you can do that on all your little pullouts. That's what they're for. You either put photos or you put journaling there. If you want to do a journaling spot, you can do that as well. I'm big on the little angle, so I don't have to get it perfect. So I laid that on an angle. I like that. So this piece can now go in here. And then I've got another photo that I'll put on one for the inside of the top, just really quick. Let's flip this one over and we'll put this one in. Now this probably seems like very few photos, but I'm gonna be honest with you. This is a pretty good snapshot of that day. This is a pretty good assortment of what we did when we took our photos at our photo shoot. Now we took over like 500 photos, I wanna say. There might have been more than that, but I think that's a pretty good assortment. Now, the only thing I wanted to add to this was the twine for here, so let's do that. Anywhere I have a eyelet, I wanna add some twine. These guys right here are just gonna live in here until I either wanna add pictures or until I wanna do some journaling. And there are more pictures I can add. I do have more. I just started with enough to show you guys, really quick. All right, so let me close this up. Now first I wanna show you this one. This is the little one that opens, and I will need to put some photos in there. I wanna show you this. I'm going to take a piece of twine, okay? And I'm gonna stick it through this hole, but I wanna make sure I slip knot this one. I don't wanna tie this one, okay? I can tie the other ones, but this one I definitely wanna slip knot. If you do this with a fairly loose slip knot, you can still open this like this, okay? And you can loosen the slip knot even more and open it flat. You see how I can push it down? Because it's a slip knot. If I did this with a knot, I wouldn't be able to do that. I would not be able to do that. So there's some little twine in there. Let's finish these others. These, you can do whatever you want. You can tie them in a knot. You can tie them in a bow. I'm just gonna slip knot. It tends to be the way I go. You just fold the twine in half, pull it through, and then the loop that you pulled through catches your loose ends on the other side and you pull. That's a slip knot. You just basically slip the loose ends through the loop, and I'm just gonna do that on all our tags. So I'm gonna put these back in, and of course I would add photos to them. They need photos or journaling, and you can do that even over time. This doesn't have to be just 1 year. We can mix multiple years together. It's just a photo album, right? So it doesn't matter if it's specific. You can make it for a specific time of year or for a specific event, but it doesn't really matter. So see how those are just gonna live in there, but I just think it's cute to give it a little bit of movement inside, especially in these areas where it gets to be kind of a lot of solid color. I'll put this one on its side right here. And don't worry about the fact that some of your photos are covered up. That's kind of the fun part. So you can just, over time, pull things out, kind of do all the movement inside of the album, and then you're like, oh, there's another picture there and another picture there. So I think that's kind of neat. All right, so let's close this up. So remember, this closes, put our little twine in, and it has its little holder. And also, don't worry about covering those pictures up. That's kind of the thing. It's like, oh wait, what's behind here? And you pull that out, and then this guy closes, and I just love the complete closed up version of this. Isn't this cool? All right, guys, that is the album. Now, you could add some ribbon or some twine to the front if you wanted to. Again, I'm not going to, because sometimes I like for these to slide onto a bookshelf or maybe put them into a box or something like that. So I'm gonna leave mine fairly flat on the top, but you do you. Add all you want to as far as, ribbons and twines go. Let's do a little walkthrough. Here it is. We're gonna open the top, open the middle, we'll remove the little truck piece, and then, isn't this cool? And it continues to open, so there's more pictures here. Love that. Not to mention all of our little pullouts here in the center and the photo behind. Lots of places for me to write. I encourage you to write in your own handwriting. I do not like my handwriting. It is not pretty. It is not my favorite thing. But I know years from now, my children will be glad that my handwriting is in these pieces. And if you wonder, well, how do we write without a spot for writing? Two things you can do. You could write on this with a white pen, or you can add another panel of paper, much like you did with the photo spots. Just add another little panel and write on that. You don't have to be super specific about that. Just give yourself a place to write, or use a pen or marker that will show up. A metallic marker, a metallic pen if you're using darker pages, whatever works for you. All right, guys, that is our fall album. And I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. And I can't wait to see yours. Although a lot of you are already posting, and I'm loving it. You're posting your like process folios. So head to our Facebook group called Maymay Made It, and so did I. Join the group so you can see everything that's going on there. You can also share and view inspiration on our customer gallery at MaymayMadeIt.com. Don't forget to subscribe. We got more coming for you through the season. And until next time, bye now.